Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our digital recruiting site series. I'm really excited about tonight. I mean, guys, we've got a lot of great stuff coming up, and if you could just hold on one second, I want to make sure I have the right thing up because this is definitely, there we go, perfect. Good. Okay, so anyway, like I said, thank you for attending tonight, and really excited about tonight's topic because the timing couldn't be better for us to take advantage of the big spending power that's about to happen. And that's already really started a few days ago. And what a lot of us don't really understand or really realize, or even if we do realize it, we're not taking full advantage, is that our digital recruiting sites actually come with a plethora of marketing materials, of different online tools that help us to market ourselves the way any traditional business would market themselves. And I think that's really unique. And so if you're not really sure about what's available, I mean, here's the deal, guys. Make sure you chat support. Make sure you take a look in your back end office and look at all the tools, the SEO tools, the social media tools, the database that you have. It's not just a website that you get with a digital recruiting site, but rather you get tools to actually market it as well. And now more than ever, with holiday shopping and end of the year shopping and blowout sales, and there's going to be so many shopping opportunities that we could be taking advantage of. Communicating those things using these online tools is more of is it's just a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying, everyone? So anyway, the thing is this: we're going to talk about a ton of different tools that we have. We're going to talk about the holiday season and what's been going on in the previous couple of years and what's expected to come. It starts with personal use and how you can share those stories of different products using our tools, our social media tools, and what I'm most excited about are the email campaign system. So check it out. Just like MA Web Center's website clients get access to an email marketing campaign system, so do we. We have access to the exact same program. We pay we pay a little bit less because we get it at a wholesale cost. Everything that you need from hosting to digital tools to 24/7 support, all of that's included for the $16.95 a month that we're spending. And if you just do a little bit of research on your own, and you look at even just what it would typically cost someone to have an email marketing system. The most popular product that's out there right now is Constant Contact, and the most popular program that people use when they subscribe to that is $30 a month. And so we're paying about half of that for everything that we need to be successful online. And again, it's the same quality and the same caliber that our website clients have, our small business owners that buy our website solution. Us as unfranchised owners have those same tools that we could be using to market ourselves, our shop.com website, our specialties, all of the deals that are being popped out all over the place. Think about it. If you had a better way to communicate that with your friends, your family, your colleagues, your existing customers, and your new potential customers, using these tools makes it a lot better. Now, if you haven't had a chance to see the previous sessions that we've done, I encourage you to take a look. If you go to the YouTube channel, our channel is official MAWC, or you could go to our MAWC411.com site and click on webinars, and there's a playlist that's loaded there. So far, we've done an intro webinar on getting started and the editing basics, all of the different basic things that you need to know how to edit content, pictures, text, that kind of stuff. The second series that we did was on driving traffic to your site. So we went through social media basics to drive traffic to your site, as well as using the basic SEO features that come with your DRS so that your site can organically show up in the search engines. That's another really great session that you can go back and watch for the first time or review. What's really great about these sessions is they're limited to one or two topics only, with the idea being that you can actually learn comprehensively about a specific part of the DRS and implement it. You're not just sitting there, taking in a ton of information and walking away trying to figure out what to do next, but rather it's simple, it's focused, and at the end of the session, you can go ahead and get to work right away without having to figure out where to start. And again, these are being recorded and they are being uploaded to YouTube and also to our MAWC411.com site. So you can review these and take a look. And, if you missed anything or if you just want to, check it out, you can. Keep in mind that you also get unlimited live chat support. So if you're going through this and you're trying to set up your first email marketing campaign, yeah, you can totally come back and you can watch this session and look at the screenshots that are provided that I'm going to show you in just a little while. But you can also just click on live chat support and get real live time support. And so they'll actually be able to walk you through and answer your specific questions, and then you don't have to leave it to chance. That's one big tip that I have for anybody that has a DRS site is you don't want to go through a trial and error process. I mean, that's definitely a little bit a part of it as you get used to our system. There's a little bit of trial and error that happens, but just, but don't frustrate yourself. Don't do that to yourself when all you need to do is click on live chat support and your answer, the answers that you're looking for are right there. You can ask an expert on this system what you need to do next, and they will be there to support you. So just take your time, be patient and ask for help. Don't try and do everything yourself. All right, so let's get started. So we talked a little bit about this in New York City last night, but I felt that it was relevant and really appropriate to share here because before we can talk about email marketing campaigns and what you should be sending out, I need you to understand why it's so important and why it's okay if you may have missed Small Business Saturday or Black Friday or Cyber Monday. So, would you guys agree that in 2014 and moving forward from here, that the online sales have expanded over from Thanksgiving all the way through the new year? It used to be that the only time that you got the biggest deals of the year was on Black Friday, and you had to show up. And now that's just not true anymore. Now, when you woke up on Thanksgiving morning, you probably opened up your email on your smartphone and you saw a million retailers, email marketing to you about their Thanksgiving Day sale. And then the next day, you opened up your email and you saw the Black Friday sale. And guess what? A lot of those deals were available online, if not all of them. And I thought that was extremely profound. I mean, last year, I'm going to share some statistics with you in a second, but last year there there was a dramatic increase in online shopping on days like Black Friday and Small Business Saturday. But this year it was even bigger than that. I mean, you literally did not need to go sit and wait in any lines because the deals that were going on in store, 90% of them were available online as well. And what that has to do with is that there's just a major shift to online shopping. People don't want to waste time going back and forth. It's too stressful. It's overwhelming. And listen, I love to go to stores. I love to go walk around and browse and try things on and feel them. But you know what? This weekend, for the first time in my whole life, I was totally overwhelmed. I went to the store on Saturday, and we went to a specific mall to go do a hair salon appointment for a doll for one of my, she's kind of like a surrogate daughter. I love her. And when I walked into the mall, I was completely overwhelmed. I couldn't believe how many people were there, really just kind of rushing each other over and trying to get into the store to take advantage of the deals when those deals were available at home in the comfort of their homes on their computers. I just couldn't believe it. It took us 3 hours to be seated for dinner because that many people were out shopping and running each other over. It was completely nuts. And so, what's really great is this year, because the shift is to online shopping, retailers are taking note of that. They realize that people are frustrated. They realize that there's a better way to shop and that they don't need to go wait on these lines. They're just going to go do it online anyway. So retailers are realizing, hey, if we don't participate in this, then we're going to lose business on these days. And so that's why you saw online Black Friday deals. That's why you saw online Small Business Saturday deals and Cyber Monday deals. And by the way, when you woke up today, those deals were pretty much still there. They just called it something else, because from now until the new year, you're going to see a new deal every single day. And yeah, maybe it's not going to be as incredible as that one random product that retailers put on sale to get you to walk through their doors, but it's going to be pretty darn close. So keep that in mind. You didn't miss out. There's a ton of deals that are going to be popping through every single day for the rest of this holiday shopping season. And you can be taking advantage of this, and you could be sharing these deals with your clients and using the tools that come with your DRS to do it. That could be your method of delivery. So, a couple of quick statistics so that you're not just taking my word for it. In 2013, the overall online sales were $5.7 billion on Small Business Saturday in 2013. That was from American Express and the National Federation of Independent Business, and it was a 4% increase from 2012. Now, I don't have all of the brand new stats from this past couple of days, but I can tell you that it has been expected and is expected to exceed the numbers this year. And so I guarantee you that when the 2014 numbers all come out, they're going to be higher than 2013, because like I said, the shift is to online shopping. This movement, by the way, was launched by Amex in 2010, and it was meant to be a counterpoint to Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and to really promote the idea of shopping small, going to small businesses. And by the way, our web center customers, that's who we're talking about: local restaurants, local retailers, local services, going to shop small business for holiday gifts and end of the year shopping. And so, what I love about the Amex campaign is that it became so big, right? The numbers that you see there are just representing the cards that were swiped on that day alone. What was paid in cash and what was paid to small businesses as a result of this campaign is probably far greater than that. But the reason it was adapted so well is because it wasn't an Amex thing. It was a small business thing. And so even if you look at that logo right there, Small Business Saturday, EST 2010, you don't even see American Express on there. All you see is a really great campaign meant to, promote local spending. And as a result of this campaign, and really part of the reason it was so successful, it was widely adapted. 41 governors issued proclamations that supported this campaign in 2013, and even more did so in 2014. Their Facebook page, as of a week ago, had 3.3 million people that liked it. And by the way, if you as an unfranchised owner are looking for ways to promote your business, your deals, you should like that page on Facebook too. There are so many creative ideas that the campaign puts out that you can use and apply. You can swipe and adapt it for your own thing. So if you like that page, you'll see things like, have a rally or have this, and, offer something like this, or make sure you're sharing content this way. There's all kinds of how-tos, nuts and bolts for what business owners could be doing to promote themselves. And yes, the way that we retail product is definitely different than how a traditional retailer retails their product. However, some and a lot of that content is relevant, or at least could be swiped and adapted for our model. You'll also see that over 1,400 neighborhoods had rallies that created community events, basically to drive local traffic to shop locally. And in 2013, there were 350,000 tweets that were sent using the hashtag SmallBizSat or Shop Small, and that was up 65% from 2010 or 2012, excuse me. But again, keep in mind, I love that their hashtags that they were promoting for this event was not all about American Express. It was all about the concept. And you as an unfranchised owner, this kind of stuff applies to you, right? You're a small business owner if you think about it, and you own and own franchise. So you are the face, the local business to the big company. It's like an independently owned franchise. It's sort of like that. And so you being a small business, you could be doing things like this. Support local businesses. That's who you are. And so when you're thinking about how you're going to create content to share deals and stuff this holiday season, keep that in the back of your mind. Now, Cyber Monday is the obvious one. The e-commerce footprint, it was incredible. In 2013, the overall online sales on Cyber Monday alone were $2.29 billion, according to Adobe Systems Inc., and that slaughtered the 2012 record of $1.93 billion. Now, what I love about this Adobe report was that they didn't just release the statistics. They actually did some research and some surveys, and they figured out what was attributing to that success. And so they asked a bunch of questions and they figured out, and they ran a bunch of data, a different test or whatever data. They gathered a bunch of data and they figured out that mobile sales and tablet sales played a big role. Mobile sales grew 80% last year. And if if anything, if trends in history is to repeat itself, it's only going to grow even more this year. But mobile sales, that's only accounting for smartphones, not including tablets, just smartphones, accounted for $419 million in sales on Cyber Monday in 2013. Tablet sales accounted for $290.8 million in sales in 2013 on that one day. So guys, think about that. That's 4, 5, 6, that's almost $700 million of the sales that were done on Cyber Monday were done on a mobile device. Did you know that your DRS website can be set as a mobile website? If it's not, that's something you should do, because if you can look at those statistics and realize that people are visiting websites mobilely, then you should have your website to be optimized for mobile. It should be mobile friendly. It's really simple to do. You log in, you click mobilize the site, or you could live chat support and get support doing that. Now, here's the big thing, and this is really what inspired tonight's topic. Retailers sent 77% more online communication in 2013 than they did in 2012. That is a dramatic increase of online communication. And by online communication, that was referring to email, push notifications, and also social media. They were talking about communicating these deals and specials and different promotions that were going on through online channels or platforms. And so let's just take that a step further. Social media was a big part of that. That is part of online communication. $148 million on Cyber Monday were clicked directly from social media. Now, here's the thing. If you're like me or like most people, sometimes you learn a little bit about a product, or you get interest in a product, and then you'll think about it, but maybe you don't have time to check out, and you only have time to check it out, right? But next time you might be able to actually to go back a couple of days later, or even just a couple hours later, go back to the site and complete the transaction. So if that's the case, then it's simple, right? All you're doing at that point is you're going back and you're completing the transaction. However, keep in mind that people can't really track that, right? They can't track if someone clicked away from social media and thought about it and went back later. So that $148 million is representing transactions that happened right away after being clicked away from social media. Now, also, there's a million, this feels like there's a million different social media platforms and networks to be a part of. There's LinkedIn, there's Facebook, there's Twitter, there's Instagram, there's Google Plus, there's Pinterest, there's all kinds of platforms that you can be interacting and networking. Well, keep in mind this, guys. Shoppers who clicked away from Facebook proved to be the most valuable. Their average order was $97.01, and their conversion rate was 38% higher than Pinterest. So if you are overwhelmed with where to be on social media, don't be. The most lucrative and profitable place to be is Facebook and or Pinterest. Shoppers who clicked from Pinterest, their average order was $92.40. That was an immediate click away and an immediate transaction. So keep in mind that these are just statistics right away. They clicked on a post online and they made a transaction. Again, the number is probably far greater than $148 million on that day. I'm sure it's at least quadruple that if you think about even your own shopping habits. This is an important place to be. Online communication was a big reason for this increase. So, as unfranchised owners, we need to be posting our deals on social media. We need to be communicating online. We need to be emailing our customers and our network so that they're aware of these things, not because it sounds like a good thing to do or it might be a good idea, but because it is a good idea, because it's a proven good idea, and because it's attributed to the success of a dramatic increase in online sales for Cyber Monday. Black Friday was the same thing. In 2013, the overall online sales for Black Friday was $1.964 billion on Thanksgiving and Black Friday. That's just online sales. That's not accounting for what was done in the stores, obviously. Now, holiday shoppers were finding reasons to shop online. We talked about that. They were skipping the chaos. And the reason was simple. Retailers adjusted. 44% of them offered specific deals and promotions online, or were using special email campaigns. They offered one-day sales or free shipping or lower than usual minimal purchase level shipping, or they just offered free shipping on all purchases. Regardless, what you're seeing here is two things. You're seeing time-sensitive deals so that there's a sense of urgency, there's an incentive to go forth and make sure you're taking advantage. And secondly, you're seeing that it's being communicated specifically with email campaigns. This is really important for your delivery method. If you're thinking about sending email campaigns, look at when the top purchases were made on Black Friday, or what they were even. So you can think about what kinds of content you want to send and when you should send it. So 87% of purchases were electronics, 71% was clothing, 58% were toys, and 30% were jewelry. And the most popular times in 2013 are right below. You can see there, obviously, that 1 to 3 a.m. was not a great time, but if you sent it after 10 a.m. on that day and before midnight, then chances are that you had some good results. So, just keep that in mind when you're thinking about, what deals should I be passing along and when should I be passing them along? These statistics will come in handy for you. So, what specifically should you be sharing in these campaigns? Well, the first thing is to think about time-sensitive promotions. Now, obviously, Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and Cyber Monday have now passed. We are on December 2nd, and now we are focused on that holiday shopping season, that general season, where, like I said, you will not be the only one sending out deals every day or every week or every other day. Every single retailer is doing this. So, you should definitely hop on that bandwagon and participate so that you can experience that kind of growth for your own business as well. Okay, so the holiday shopping season is a great season for you to take advantage of that. Now, there are shop.com deals that you could be sharing, and I'm going to share with you exactly how and what I recommend that you share. And then you can also share deals around your own university major. So if you happen to major in web centers and you're running a special promotion where you're going to maybe take a little discount off of any new website client and it's only good through, I don't know, the first of the year, you can set up an email campaign and blast that out to everybody on your list. There's all kinds of stuff that you can do. Or if you major in motives, you can, you could share all the different motives things that are going on. Whatever it is, you can get very creative. That's kind of the cool thing about having a business within the business, right? Maybe you're going to run a TLS class and you're going to offer a savings on a kit to get started, or a savings on the sessions, the classes that you're going to run. It's up to you, but just keep in mind that you want it to be relevant to the time period, and so make sure that you're keeping that at the back of your head when you're thinking about what kinds of content you want to share, if that makes sense. Now, how do you share these kinds of things? Deals, coupons, and promos. Well, let me just start with this. This is really important because, we're down to the wire. It's December 2nd. There's a great deal of time. There's a great deal of opportunity at your hands. And but it starts with personal use. So if you're not taking advantage of any deals or any coupons or any promotions yourself on shop.com or within your own major in the business, then you will not share them with other people. Because first of all, people know when you're just sending people can see the difference between whether you just send like a link out and you're just kind of seeing what bites, or if you're sharing like a legitimate story and you're excited to help someone. People can tell the difference. And not to mention, if you're using these deals, then and you're thinking about the people that you can be more personal about it, right? Instead of just sending out like these blanket statements or these general deals that you found, why not use things or think about the things that you're taking advantage of, and who on your list, who in your family, who in your friends, who do you work with that might be interested in something like that as well. So yesterday, my sister posted something about the crazy children's place deals that were going on. She has a 6-month-old daughter, and I don't have any uh, young babies anymore, but I have babies on my Christmas list, and I also know people that have babies that they're shopping for as well. And so I definitely looked at that deal, took advantage of it, and I let everybody else that I know that shops there about that deal. That's very powerful. That is so much more powerful than me just going, oh, I wonder what is on the homepage today. I'm just going to pass that along. Personal use makes a big difference in how you communicate. It makes what you're saying truthful, it makes it organic, it makes it more believable. So don't underestimate the power of your own spending power that you can then turn around and use for credibility and for just, a better communication. That's important. And then thirdly, use our tools and our technology. So I'll just throw a couple out there as a suggestion outside of the DRS because I think it's relevant and helpful for you. But shop.com has a few tools that I think could make this really helpful, make the shopping process a little bit helpful. So one of the things that I recommend, and one of the things I want to do this season is this. I'm going to do my entire shopping list through shop.com. I mean, literally, if I can get everything on there, I'm going to get it on there. But I also want to help other people. So I might say to my neighbor, okay, great, we're good friends. Let me know who's on your list. I might be able to help you find the gifts that you want at a better rate. Can you give me your list or some of the items that you're looking for? Let me see if I can help you out. And so then what I would do is I would take that list and I would go to shop.com. I would comparative shop. I would find the best product. And then here's the kicker. I might create a trend shop. And then I would call it my neighbor's name. I would say, this is my neighbor's shopping list. And I would find all of the best deals on every product on that list. I would throw it in a trend shop. And then I would email the trend shop to my neighbor and say, I found everything that you need at the best rate, with the best cash back, with the best shipping deals. Here you go. If you go to this link here, you'll see it all loaded, and all you have to do is add to cart or put it on a wish list, or it'll still be there whether you want to check out now, later, or never. And all that does is it makes the shopping process so much easier for my neighbor, because now they don't have to go and look up every individual product. I've already done that for them. The shopping experience is easier, which is only going to increase the chances of them checking out. You're not asking for a favor at this point. You have done them a huge solid. You are helping them in a big way. You've saved them a ton of time, and you've made it super simple for them to get the best deal by shopping online. So keep that in mind. There's different tools that come with shop.com that you could be taking advantage of in order to increase your own shop.com sales. Now, so like I said, it starts with personal use. So it's really simple, guys. You can go ahead and create an online spreadsheet for yourself, or a table like this one, or just use a paper and pen. But what I'm going to do, and what we've started doing already, is I'm going to write down every single person on my shopping list and who I want to buy for. And I'm going to write down 1 or 2 gift ideas for each of those people, things that I really am, if I'm really solid on the kinds of things I want to get for them. And then next to that, I'm going to write down what are the different potential stores that I could get those gifts at. And are they a partner store? Is there IBB? Is there cashback? Because I want to go with the best deal on the product, with the best IBB, best cashback, all of that stuff. Just a little hint for all of you guys. If, part of the reason I think people like to go into the store and walk around, and I mean, at least for me anyway, is because when you walk around a store, sometimes you have people on your shopping list that you're not quite sure what you want to buy them. And so by walking around the store, you just kind of hope that you get inspired, that something jumps out at you and makes you think of that person, and you find the perfect gift, right? That's what I do anyway for a couple of people on my list. Well, there is a feature called eGifts on shop.com. And if you go and you click on eGifts, one of the really cool things is if you scroll to the bottom, you will actually see gift suggestions for him, for her, for baby, for couple, and then different budgets, under $20 or under $100 or whatever. And so I absolutely love that because I feel like it really solves a big problem with online shopping. One of the reasons people would avoid that for certain things is because they just don't know what to buy. And when you're searching online, especially with a site as large as shop.com, it can be kind of difficult to finagle your way through all the online stores and all the pages of products, and then you kind of get frustrated and bored and you don't feel like clicking through entire stores inventory online because it's more time consuming than just walking through sometimes. Well, the e-gifts totally solves that issue. In fact, let me just show you what it looks like really quickly because I really do think it's worth pointing out to you all. Hold on one second. Let me open this one. Oops. There we go. So if you go to shop.com here, and click on e-gifts right here, and then, hold on one second. You have all this stuff. I love this. You have gift suggestions. How easy is that, guys? If you're not even sure what to get people, you click on that and then boom. Christmas e-gifts for her, for him, for kids. By the way, this one actually goes even further. They have boys, girls, stocking stuffers, accessories, games for the family. They even have it, if you click on this more, they even can do it by age. So by interest. I love this. Coffee, isotonics, makeup, organics, whatever, watches, under $20. That's great, y'all. By the way, here's a nice little tip. Get Marley coffee and little mugs for all your teacher gifts and things like that. I mean, you're probably just going to run to, Dunkin' Donuts or something last minute and buy a bunch of gift cards and spend a bunch of money in the store when you could just go ahead and order yourself a ton of Marley coffee and a couple of mugs off your website, get paid to shop, and then share that idea with people that you know. So many people are looking for good teacher gifts. You can get some suggestions right here. Okay, so let me go ahead and minimize this. We're going to come back to this in a sec. And come back to here we are. So it's simple, guys. You need to start with yourself. If you are not using this, then it doesn't matter if you send an email campaign. It doesn't matter if you share a deal here or there on your social media. You have to walk the walk. You have to be coming from a solid place so that, like I said, you can be more believable and more effective. Now, the next thing is to get a customer shopping list. So, like I said, there's a couple of ways to do this, and the way that I'm looking to do this is to just take an entire shopping list, identify the products for them, and return a trend shop to them with all of the products on it. That's what I want to do. Another thing that you can do, which is a little bit more general, is you can just post a note or a blog post about your favorite stores and the different deals that are going on. So, for example, if you're not a blogger and you just want to use Facebook, you could click on the Facebook notes section and write your favorite deals. You don't have to write all 3,000 deals. Just pick a bunch of stores and try to vary it based on for him, for her, for couples, for kids, for professionals or whatever, and write them on there. Now, I did this for the first time in 2011, and I'm showing you what I did in 2011. It was so effective. And the reason was there's a lot of real estate in that brand recognition. People know New York & Company. They know Kohl's. They know Lands' End. They know Macy's. And they know Motives now, and they know Piperline, right? And so what I said there was this. I made a note. It said, hey there, favorite Cyber Monday deals available at, and I put my website, and then I wrote the different Cyber Monday deals that were going on. And then I added next to that the cashback value so that they realized that it wasn't just about a specific deal that they could get by going to New York & Company directly anyway, but rather there was a bigger incentive because on top of 50% off of everything and free shipping at New York & Company, they could also earn 30% cash back. And I did that for this many stores. It was about 25. It wasn't that much. But notice I varied it, right? There's some clothing things. These are department stores. Piperline is like shoes and accessories. Motives was thrown in there. Shoes. Walmart. Shutterfly was huge, and Snapfish. People buy custom cards all the time online now. Walgreens is a great store, by the way. Great partner store. You can even pick your stuff up in an hour. So I loved that. Toys were on there, books were on there, electronics were on there, and even home stuff was on there. And I just kind of varied that because I wanted to share this. I did share this as a note on my wall, and then people took a look at that and it wasn't overwhelming, but it was enough categories. So here are the categories I recommend. If you're going to do this yourself, you can do this on social media, or you can use this as a content idea for an email campaign that you're going to set up for yourself. You can organize by shopper. So the biggest things that the best categories I could give you to start with are women, men, children, babies, couples, teachers, shoes, electronics, home, and even parties. So think about those as good content starters for yourself around what kinds of campaigns you're going to send out. Or if you're thinking about different deals that you're going to communicate, make sure that you have a variety of deals, not just, hey, these are things I would want to buy for myself. And that's one of the biggest mistakes that people tend to make when they're sending out an email campaign with something as varied as shop.com. You think about only the deals that you would use, and you definitely want to communicate those, because that personal use just makes it even more powerful because there's a testimony there. But keep in mind that, people are going to shop in these other categories as well. Another really great content idea for your email campaigns are deals on deal list products. This is enormous. This is so, so huge. So by the way, guys, I'm just going to take a pause for a second and let I know that we're talking a lot about content right now, but the idea is this. I could show you how to create an email campaign in 3 minutes, and that's exactly what I'm going to do when we're done with all of this. But I don't want you to just know how to log into your DRS and create an email campaign. What I want is for you to know how to create an email campaign and how to create content for one that's actually going to help you, that's actually going to, drive traffic to shop.com, or increase your sales or recruiting. That's the purpose of it, right? And so I know we're spending a lot of time on this, but I really want to give you some direction for implementation. So it's not just, hey, now I know how to click on a couple of buttons and actually create a physical campaign. All right, so back to where we were, deals on deal list products. So I love this. So think about different products that you want, or that you have on your list, or that people want, that have kind of a set price. There's a couple of brands out there that part of the deal with their vendors is that there's a price contingency. So, for example, Uggs. If you want to buy a pair of Uggs, especially from this season, they must be sold at a certain price. You cannot go to different stores and see if different stores are offering Uggs at different prices. They are priced at what they're priced at. Apple is very similar. And, Willow, you guys remember Willow? It's like little pottery people, like really cute little thing. The same thing. There's contingencies on their contracts with their vendors. So if you want to sell those products, you must agree to sell it at their rates. And part of that is really just to build value in their brand and to not let their brand be devalued by certain people selling it at a lesser price. And that's something that happens. So, for example, if you walk into a store and someone's selling a pair of Uggs from this season at a cheaper rate, and someone found, the brand found out about it, they would actually lose their license to sell that product. Well, as a result of that, a lot of stores, not a lot of stores, I would say maybe one or two stores have kind of tried to find ways around that, and shop.com is one of them. So think of it like this. I think it was last holiday shopping season. If you purchased an iPad from Target or any Apple product from Target, you received like a $25 gift card to Target that you could spend on anything in the store. So it wasn't like you were saving $25 on the Apple product itself, but you were getting a Target gift card. So there was value there. It was just as good as getting a $25 gift card, and it was in alignment with their contract because they didn't actually lower the price on the product. And that's what they did. Now, shop.com pays IBV and cash back on these products, even though they have set prices. So here's the deal. I went into Journeys a couple of weeks ago. I bought 2 pairs of Uggs, and I just bought a third pair yesterday. One for myself, one for a little girl, and one for a friend of mine, as they were birthday gifts, except for mine. Mine were just a gift to myself. But anyway, that's 3 pairs of Uggs, which typically would have cost about, where they were all children's size. So about, let's see, 140 times 2, 280, 380, $420, about $420. Right? It's a pretty penny. It's not inexpensive. And so again, Uggs are set at a certain price. And so most people would just go in, and if that's what they want to buy, that's what they expect to pay. Well, here's the cool thing. If you go to journeys.com, there's coupon codes that you can apply to your entire purchase. So again, you're not actually getting a price discount off the pair of Uggs, but you're getting it off of your entire purchase through Journeys. So on each of those transactions, I saved $5. But in addition to that, I earned 5% cash back. So that is about $7.50 per pair. So $7.50. That's $15. That's $22.50 plus the $5 each. So $22.50 plus $15. I mean, we're up to $37.50 plus IBV. So I purchased, and I got free shipping. So I purchased those Uggs. I saved $37.50, and I got free shipping on them. Now that's awesome, right? Because other people didn't have that opportunity. So when I shared that with my friend who was looking to buy a pair for her daughter for the holidays as well. She couldn't believe it. She's like, "How did you find a deal on Uggs? I can't find that anywhere." Now, this is something unique that you have because other retailers have tried to get creative and offer deals like that around it as well, like the Target example, like Kmart, like Journeys. Well, guess what? As shop.com owners, we can offer those exact retailer offers, and then we can one up them by offering cash back in addition to that. So if you're going to go buy Uggs, go to Journeys, get the 5% cash back, use the coupon codes, get the free shipping, take advantage of all of their coupons, and get a better deal on a product that you can't get any deals on. It's a deal-less product per se. Same thing is true for Apple and other brands like that. So I highly recommend that when you're thinking about content that might be really interesting, don't forget to think about things like this. Those high ticket items that is on a lot of people's list where people are going to go out and they're going to spend full price on something that you could offer them a better deal about. Do you agree that if you got an email campaign and you could get products like that are on your list at a better rate, that you might click through it and go ahead and drive traffic to your shop.com site or through your DRS, right? That is the purpose of the email campaign. As you're sending different campaigns out, your goal is either to send traffic to shop.com to complete a purchase or to send it to your DRS to do some recruiting for you. At this point, I would stay focused on retailing. See how much product you can move. How much can you feed your shopping annuity? How many products can you sell for BV, and how many partner stores can you promote? There's all kinds of deals going on. But deal-less products is a really cool topic that I highly recommend you talk about. So, one-to-one marketing. In addition to sending out specific campaigns, another thing that we recommend is that you are specific one-to-one. We are always going to be a one-to-one marketing company. So, talk to people that are going to be doing some holiday shopping. Ask them what they're shopping for. Who are they shopping for? Where do they plan to get it? Maybe send me your list. Let me see if I can save you some money. Right? It's so simple. By the way, as a team, we could host parties. We can all get together, and all you need is your gift list, some snacks, food, and everybody brings their laptop or whatever, and you just kind of go through this exercise as a team. You knock out your holiday shopping, and then once you've gone through that process personally, now you can extend it to your friends, family, colleagues, etc., and help them out as well. Say, okay, now give me your list. Let me see if I can go ahead and return your list with some really great deals so I can help you save money during this holiday season. And by the way, isn't that a great thing? So many people are going to put themselves in debt just trying to make this an enjoyable season. I mean, I won't do that. I never would do that if I did. We always enjoyed it and celebrated it really for what it was and what it meant to us. But a lot of people do that. And if you could save them some money, you can make it a little bit less stressful so that people can have an enjoyable holiday season. That's a good thing. So it starts with you, and then it trickles right on through to your customers. So now that you've done that, I want to talk to you a little bit about sharing deals on social media, and I'm going to talk to you about what to do and really what not to do. Because again, think about what was the main reason for increased sales in 2013 from 2012. The biggest thing was online communication. Online communication boils down to social media, and it boils down to email campaigns and also push notifications, which we don't do. All right, so we're going to take advantage of these the top two things anyway. So the first thing is to share deals that you've taken advantage of. If you get If you take advantage of a deal and you get a cool product at a good price, share it. My sister is like been knocking this out. I mean, I went to her page and that's like I said, that's how I found out about Children's Place because she was like, oh my gosh, I just got all this stuff. I can't wait to whatever. And do you know how many people she knows that have young children that looked at that post because it was visual, because she took advantage of it and then went to ask questions and then go to that store through her shop.com site? That's smart. That's what you want to be doing. So this was cool. This was actually from a year ago, and it was through actually one of our website clients who is also a partner store. And they're a one cart store as well, and they had a hot deal of the day. Nautical blue rope anchor bracelets had free shipping last year, and I think they were like marked down to $4.99 or $6.99. So they were really great teacher gifts, and they were really great like assistants or helpers or things like that. It's a sweet little thing. It was a great price, and so we bought it. You buy it, and then you share it. It's so simple, guys. If you do that kind of stuff, it was $10.99 with free shipping, but still, it was a great deal because I think they were originally twice that price. So, but you share it, and there's a visual there, and right here you can see that there's a link. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that whenever you're sharing memes or whenever you share something that you do, you want to make sure that you are sending traffic to your site, not to shop.com in general, not to random websites, but especially not right to the regular retailer, but to your site. So what I recommend that you do, and I recommend that everybody does this on their smartphone, download an app that helps you to create memes or to put text over pictures, because you're going to see that shop.com, Motives, and Isotonics and Market America is putting on they're putting out a ton of great content that you could go ahead and customize and drive traffic. You can use this content on social media, and you can also embed it in your email campaigns. So my favorite is actually InstaQuote and WordSwag. Those are my two top ones. They're so simple to use. They're free. They don't cost any money. You just download them for free from the App Store. And then what happens is you can download a picture and you can upload text over top of it. So this was one that was done last year that they did. It was a picture of the bracelets. At Ahoy Matey, enjoy free shipping this holiday season. Enter code FREESHIP2013. That's one way that retailer chose to do it. Now, we can learn from that. We can learn from how retailers are doing it to make sure that they're not just putting out random images that are exciting, but that they're also giving a call to action. And so here's what we recommend. Get creative. Have fun. If you go to Market America or shop.com or Motives, especially Motives, if you go to their Instagram or their Facebook or their Pinterest wall, you're going to see a ton of really cool things like this. They're little images that have lots of really catchy phrases. And by the way, it's not just about BB products. They have it for all the big partner stores that are sending the best deals out as well. All you need to do is screenshot it or download the image to your camera phone, upload it into one of these apps, and add your shop.com website on top of it. And now you've got great content and you have your website on top of it. So now you're driving traffic to your site, and you're doing that again via social media and secondly through email campaigns. So like, look at this one. It's clever. Your eyes are your best accessory. Shop now, Motives glitter pots. Yeah, you can share that and you can put your Motive site in the body of your post or in the body of your email campaign. But don't you agree if you uploaded this to WordSwag and through shop.com/your name, that would be even more powerful? Now, that's the best part, guys. All of the creative stuff, all of the thinking is already done for you. All you need to do is customize it so that it has your shop.com website on it. You don't have to sit there and think of like the cool way to promote the pet products or how am I going to create something that looks good enough to talk about triple cash back. We're doing that for you. You just have to start using these things as resources to market your business. All right, last little bit before I show you how to create the campaign. Now, if you're going to start doing email campaigns this holiday season, which I highly recommend, I mean, this is obviously the time to do it. I want to share with you the things that work and the tips and tricks for doing it the right way. Hopefully, you've gotten a ton of ideas for different kinds of content you can push out through these campaigns. But I want to let you know that it starts with content. Content is the most important thing. If your content is bad, it's not going to work, and that's why we took so much time. In fact, we took 50 minutes to talk through content ideas and categories and pictures and things that you can do so that your content is great. It's so important. You need to have a single and clear message. That's also very important. If you're pushing out email campaigns that have 6 or 7 things in them, it's too much. Think about your own personal use. When you look at an email that gets popped through to you, you scan through it. It's usually, if it's not picture friendly, you're usually not reading it. And if it's too much stuff, you just skip over it, right? You might read the first 3 or 4 things, if that, and then you're done. So the best news about all of this, guys, is that, we're on franchise owners. Maybe we're not all marketing experts right as of yet, but it doesn't matter. All you need is your consumer perspective, that point of view from a consumer. When you look at an email campaign, what kinds of content would pop out at you? How many topics do you think you could handle? When does it become overkill? Do you not like to read a lot of text? Yeah, neither does a lot of people. Keep those kinds of thoughts at the forefront of your brain and understand that that perspective is the most important one. You don't need to be a marketing expert or genius to think about those things. So keep that in mind when you're creating your campaign. It should have a compelling subject line. It should be relevant. There should be a call to action. You could drive traffic to your DRS, to your blog, to your shop.com site, or whatever, but it needs to be clear and relevant and compelling, and it needs to call to action. So it's simple, guys. Let's say you're going to run an email campaign right here on the Motives glitter pots and how they're, let's say, I don't know, whatever the deal is going on around that. Then your subject line could be your eyes are your best accessory. And then when you go ahead and open that email from the campaign, you see this actual image, and right over it you've already put it into InstaQuote or WordSwag, and your website is on that. And then you can actually link this image to go right to your shop.com website. So guys, do you understand? Like I said, all of the creative stuff could essentially be done for you if you just want to start there. If you don't have time to create this creative stuff on your own, it's all good. You don't have to. You just have to know where to find it and how to put it all together. So content, content, content. 2, timing. Here's the deal, guys. You can write your campaigns in advance. In fact, you should, but you want to schedule delivery at the optimal times. So the most effective time to send out email campaigns is actually Tuesday at noon. Those have the highest open rate. That's just a statistic on email campaigns platform wide, not just to our system. I find it a lot easier to plan topics in advance. So if I'm going to do a deal a day or a deal every week or every other day, I'm going to write them all out in advance so that when it's time to sit down and create them, I'm not having writer's block. I'm not sitting there going, oh, great, now what should I send out? It's just there. I do that for everything. The web volume contest that's going on right now. We do a webinar training every single Monday. And I have had that curriculum of what I was going to train on every week for 16 weeks. I had it done months in advance. I had the bullet points done months in advance so that on every Thursday I sit down and I go, okay, it's week 14. Now I'm training on this. These are my points I want to hit. Great. I'm going to create a PowerPoint and then it'll be ready in advance to deliver on Monday. When you're organized like that, you're just more inclined to actually implement. If you leave it to chance and say, yeah, okay, this holiday season, I'm going to take a stab at email marketing, and you're just going to wait until you sit down and decide to do it, and you're going to do everything at once, it's going to feel daunting. You're going to go, oh gosh, I'm not going to do it now because I don't know what I'm going to write about. But do you understand how powerful that could be to just simply write your topics out in advance, or go to the shop.com Instagram, or go to the Market America Facebook page and download as many of these things as you can and use those as your topics. You don't even have to think about it, guys. Again, it's all being done for you by the team. Third, know your audience. Segment your audience if you can. With holiday times, a lot of your content could be could be actually widespread, because a lot of people have a lot of different kinds of people on their list. Now, if you're going to continue email campaigns following the holiday season, then you might want to think about audience segmentation, sending relevant content to appropriate audiences. Think more one-to-one marketing. If you have, you can have a list of all your motives customers, a list of all of your shop.com preferred customers, a list of all your website customers, your business partners, your friends, your family, etc. And you could send different email campaigns to different groups. It's really simple to do that. Have a great system for delivery. You want to make sure that messages are being displayed properly on all devices, that there's spam analysis, that you can schedule a delivery, that you have multiple delivery options, that there's tracking and metrics and all of those things so that you can measure, monitor, and adjust your strategy. But more importantly, you just need a system in general. You can't just send out mass emails to people and hope that they get them, because if you're sending attachments like these, which these are the most effective things to do, they're visual, they're simple, they're creative, they're enticing, they're compelling, and you're sending them to more than 5 to 10 people at a time, then most email systems will actually spam you. They will block your message from getting to the intended receiver. And that's why email campaign systems exist, because it is a system to ensure deliverability. It actually effectively sends it to them one at a time, even though it's not one at a time, but it's like personally emailing someone instead of like mass emailing someone. So just so you guys know, mass emailing is not a solution to delivering this kind of content. Now, you can definitely send them out one at a time if you have time to do that, but having a good system for delivery is definitely a lot more manageable. Consistency and posting frequency. Now, the holiday season is different. You might want to do a deal a day. I don't recommend more than one a day. One a day is actually even a lot. You might want to do one every other day, or bi-weekly, or only on Fridays, or maybe Fridays and Saturdays. It doesn't matter. Pick a frequency that you're comfortable with and stick to it. And then from there, you might want to say, okay, I'm going to send out one email campaign a month or bi-monthly or whatever. Pick a frequency that you feel like you could stick to, so that if you send them out on that regular schedule, people are expecting it, and you're basically teaching your end users, your recipients, that they should open them. And then every once in a while, if you have a special campaign or breaking news or something like that, that's cool. You can send that out in addition to your regularly scheduled things. But I have to let you know that if you want these to be successful in the big picture, you do need to commit to some sort of frequency. Whatever that is, it needs to be consistent, and you need to feel comfortable. And just be careful not to overdo it, especially right now, guys. There's so many deals going on that it might be tempting to overdo it and send out 1 million of these a day. I highly recommend that you don't do that. What I do recommend is that you pick a frequency that you're going to commit to for this month and then going forward, and then go ahead and do something like this. Say, okay, I'm either going to use these as my topics, or maybe you're going to use these as your topics. You're going to pick, okay, in week 1, I'm only going to pick things that apply to women or men or whatever, but pick something and stick to that and plan it ahead so that you will stick to it. So finally, I'm going to show you how to do it. Hopefully now you have some ideas for what to do. Now I want to quickly show you how to do. The funny part is that this section was only going to take a couple of minutes. So it's really, really simple. The first thing that you do is you log in. Now I just want to give a little disclaimer. These screenshots are from a website client and not from a DRS, but they work and look exactly the same as DRS. So, I know it says MA Web Centers instead of Explore MA at the top left-hand corner, but it's essentially the same exact thing. And I want to point out right here, live chat support. If when you log into your DRS, you're having any challenges whatsoever, please do not allow yourself to get frustrated. Just click on this little link here and get support. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to click on Customer Manager right here, and you're going to scroll down to Email Templates. Before you can create a campaign, you have to create a template. All right, so you click Email Templates first. And then you're going to click on New Email Template. Now this person, every single one that they've created is showing up right here because they can be reused, or they can copy from one, or they can create a brand new one. For this demonstration, we are going to create a brand new one. So you click on New Email Template. From there, you get to choose a design and select it, or you can create a custom one. So there's all kinds of really cool ones. happy birthday, breaking news. There is one for Cyber Monday. You just can't see it. Chinese New Year's coming up pretty soon, winter sales event right over here, and then, red carpet event, birthdays. There's all kinds of great templates that are already created, and these are designed to, be strategic for increasing sales or for the right kind of message. Now, you can also create a custom design. You don't have to stick to any of these. Keep in mind as well, we recently released brand new design packages, and with all of our design packages, if you want to pay to have the design team custom design your DRS, you also get a custom newsletter design so that when you come in, you'll see one that's custom designed and branded to your website. Now, once you've chosen a design, you're going to see this, and you're going to go ahead and fill out the field. It's really, really simple. At the top here, you're going to give your email template a name, and you're going to enter an email subject. Okay, so if this one is Monday, whatever deals or shop.com deals or whatever it's going to be, then call it whatever you want to call it. Give that email a subject, enter the sender name. That is what you want it to say that it's coming from. So if you wanted to say, hey, it's coming from Sarah Rose Stack, then you can write Sarah Rose Stack. Or if I wanted to say that it's coming from the Stack group, I can write the Stack group. So whatever you want the sender name to show up as, that's what you're going to put here. Now below that, you have to write your email address. That's the sender email address. This is the email address that recipients will see in the email where the email is coming from. So the email template name, the subject line, my name, my sender name, and my sender email address. From there, you just customize the email based on the recipient's information. So all you're doing is you're adding your text here. You can add pictures, you can drag and drop or upload images like the ones I showed you from shop.com's Facebook or Instagram. You can just type away. As you can see here that the formatting palette is very user-friendly. It's exactly like the editor. And like most word processing editors, it's really simple to manage. I want to bring your attention to one other thing because linking is really important. We shared how to create a link on a previous webinar, but just keep in mind that if you want a sentence to link to your shop.com site, you would highlight it. You would click on this little chain link, and you would put the address that you wanted to link to right there. And then it was that simple. If you wanted the image to link, you would do the same thing. You would click on the image, click on the chain link, write the address you want it to go to, and you're done. Now, when you're done adding your image, your links, and anything like that, you can go ahead and click save. There's some advanced editing options that you can do. And again, these are things I recommend you use chat support for, but one of them is you can have a customized email based on the recipient's information, meaning it could say, hello, Sarah Rose, or hello, Ebony, this is, a message from the Stack group, blah, 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 blah. And what it does is you put a little formula right here, and it will actually grab the recipient's information and plug it in here so that it customizes the message. Again, it's a simple little thing that you can do to make it more one-to-one and less generic. It's not that complicated to do, but I highly recommend the first time that you do that you go ahead and you click on live chat support and you use their support. So it's simple. You create the email template, you click new template, choose the design, fill in the information, put your content in, click save, and now your email template is created. Now you can go ahead and create and schedule the actual campaign to happen. So to do that, you click on Customer Manager again at the top, and then you scroll down to Campaigns. Once you click on Campaigns, you're going to go ahead and fill out those fields. You choose the delivery time and the desired email template. So here's the thing. Even if you forgot to do any of this, it will not, it's going to let you know that you have to choose an email template. So you come here, you create, you say create new campaign, you give your campaign a name, you choose an email or campaign type. Is it an email, newsletter, or whatever, which it is. You choose the delivery date and time. Remember, the most effective time to send these are on Tuesdays at noon. Definitely not at 1 a.m., that kind of stuff. And then below that, it says choose an email template. This is the process that you just completed. So when you click please select right here, what's going to happen is there'll be a drop-down menu of all of the email templates that you've created. So you can go ahead and choose from there. Once you're finished doing that, you click save. Now it's time to choose the recipients. So at the top here, it says select from contacts. If you have contacts that have been preloaded into your DRS, which you should do, then that's the fastest way to do that. You can add contacts using an Excel spreadsheet or write directly from Outlook or Gmail or whatever. You don't have to, manually input each contact. You can actually import them from other sources. So click on live chat. If you haven't done that yet, you want to make sure that your contact database is loaded. When you do that, you click select from contacts. You could choose all of them or different groups or whatever. Like I said, if you're doing this later on after the season, you may want to do some audience segmentation and send certain campaigns to certain people only. But for the holiday shopping season, you guys don't feel weird about sending, baby items to people that don't have babies, because that doesn't mean that they're not shopping for babies. You know what I mean? So it is kind of relevant across the board. Now below that, check the box and just click add to campaign. So over here, you've added your contacts to whatever campaign that you chose. So if you just created one called test, then you would click test, and then you would add the contacts to that campaign. You have done it. Your email will be sent out to the selected contacts using the content from your email template at the delivery date and time that you scheduled. Just keep in mind you can send 500 emails per campaign and one campaign per an hour. So if you have more than 500 emails, then what you would do is you would send 500 at a time on the hour, every hour until they're all sent. MA Web Centers does that too. That's why when email newsletters come out, you'll see them be scattered because they send out a certain amount at a time. One last little thing I just want to let you guys know is having your DRS, because we just talked about email campaigns in a big way, but I just want to bring to your attention that having your DRS site up and ready and useful and something you're proud of in time for holiday parties can make prospecting a lot simpler, comfortable, and more natural. It's a soft prospecting tool. So, people ask you all the time at these parties, oh, how have you been? How's your business going? Okay, what do you do again? And sometimes it's uncomfortable because you don't want to talk business at a holiday event or at a party, and so you feel a little weird, but you do want to talk about it at the same time. So a lot of times at these events, I just share my website. I just say, hey, go to thestackgrp.com, because my website is set up and I know when they get there that there's information on there that I want them to see. And so I find it to be a really nice and powerful tool and little thing or little tool in your toolbox at your at these parties that you can just kind of share with people. It makes it so much easier. Just think about in advance the kind of stuff that you want on your site. Make sure your stories on there, your pictures, that you have some sort of video, anything about your specialties, your goals, any upcoming events, whatever's important to you. So when you go to our site, you're going to see there that it's customized. Our blogs are on there. About Us is on there. Shop.com system is on there. There's a nice little teaser video right here, an opportunity to learn more. There's all kinds of stuff. I put the time in to customize my site. And so if you are going to share the site with your prospects at these kinds of events over the next couple of weeks, just make sure that it's set up and ready for you to do that. Because people will actually go to your site and click through it. So keep that in mind. Now, we talked about adding pictures and links and social media links and content and all that stuff in previous webinars. So go ahead and check that out if you haven't done that yet. So just a quick recap, the holiday season is an enormous opportunity for you. It's not over yet. In 2014, the big deals are not over after Black Friday is over. They continue throughout the entire season. It starts with personal use. You need to use and take advantage of these deals if you want to share them effectively on social media and in your email campaigns. You can help your customers with their list entirely or just by keeping them on an email campaign list, right? Communicate deals with social media and with email marketing. There's recruiting opportunities as well. You can send people to your website at holiday functions. It's a soft prospecting tool. There's a lot of stuff that could be done using your DRS site itself and using the tools that come with it. Now, our next series will be the first week of February, and during that time, just as a little preview, we're going to be talking about creating a lead capture page. How do you create a brand new page? How do you set it up to look different than your home page? And how can you create forms on or within those pages as lead captures? And then we're going to talk about how to embed videos as well, because a lot of times lead capture pages also have videos. So, don't miss this series. we cannot guarantee that sessions are recorded. So you want to make sure that you're attending live sessions if you can. And if you have any questions throughout this process or as you're going through it, just know you can go to the 411 site, MAWC411.com, click on training and support and webinars, and then you can go ahead and review any sessions that were recorded. And as always, you have 24/7 live chat support. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining and happy holidays.